There are two approaches in philosophy. We have the historical approach and the systematic approach. The history of philosophy traces the progress of ideas through four periods. We have the Ancient Age from 600 BC to 600 AD, Medieval Age from 600 to 1600s, Modern Age from 1600s to 1900s, and Contemporary or Postmodern Age from 1900s to present. Ancient Age is cosmocentric. This means that it focuses or its center is the world. Medieval Age is theocentric, which means the center is God. Modern Age is anthropocentric, which means it focuses on the study of man. And lastly, Contemporary or Postmodern Age is global or borderless. Let us discover the historical approach during ancient period. The first known philosophers of ancient Greece were from a city-state called Miletus. The three first philosophers from Miletus were Thales, Anaximander, and Anaximenes, and all of them attempted to answer the question, what is the common stuff from which everything is composed? The very first among the Milesian philosophers was Thales, and he believes that water is the basic stuff of all things. Anaximenes held that condensed and expanded air is the source of everything. According to Anaximander, the underlying cause of everything was indefinable stuff he called the boundless. Heraclitus believed that all things originate from fire. According to Empedocles, fire, earth, air, and water, or the four elements, are the basic stuffs of all things. According to Democritus, it is the atom that is considered as the basic stuff of all things, and others investigate the world by saying it's permanent and unchanging. Intellectual miracle, which the Greeks gave birth to, eventually became the basis for the progress which we ascribe today to science and technology. Philosophy, says Plato, is nothing if it doesn't teach man how to live and how to die. His great pupil Aristotle disagrees with him in that, as a scientist, he refuses to go beyond the world, hic et nunc. This means an imperative motto for the satisfaction of desire, or I need it here and now. The ancient philosophy encompasses a variety of thoughts that emerge from the early stages of various intellectual traditions. However, not all ideas are considered philosophies, since philosophy includes as its primary component irrational self-reflection and conceptualization of thought. The philosophers in this period are considered as naturalists and scientists. Ancient Greek philosophy is a system of thought which was informed by a focus on the first cause of observable phenomena. Prior to the development of this system by Thales, the world was understood by the ancient Greeks as having been created by gods. Without denying the existence of the gods, Thales suggested that the first cause of existence was water. Anaximander and Anaximenes continued his studies and examinations of the nature of reality but suggested different elements as the first cause. Medieval period is the age of belief, the golden age of the Christian Church. Philosophy during this time is used as an intellectual support for the Church-owned self-reflection, a handmaid theology. Philosophy as the handmaid of theology made possible a rational understanding of faith. Philosophy became the search for the ultimate causes of all things, eventually leading to the truth about God. The 13th century is the highest point of the medieval age, after which became its decline or the Dark Age. Philosophy of the medieval period was closely connected to Christian thought, particularly theology, and the chief philosophers of the period were churchmen. Philosophers during this period are religious people or mostly saints. Faith, for its part, inspired Christian thinkers to develop new philosophical ideas, some of which became part of the philosophical heritage of the West. Thus, religion and philosophy fruitfully cooperated in the Middle Ages. The modern age is the age of geniuses, the age of enlightenment. It is the revival of the glorious achievement of the Greeks, thus the Renaissance, which literally means rebirth. The Renaissance ideal man of the man is personified by Leonardo da Vinci, who is everything one can think of, a universal man who is an artist, scientist, philosopher, and theologian all at once. Frenchman René Descartes is widely remembered as the father of modern thought. The modern age also made the remarkable split from the same Cartesian source of two schools of thought, rationalism and empiricism. Enlightenment thinkers questioned traditional authority and embraced the notion that humanity could be improved through rational change. They produced numerous books, essays, inventions, scientific discoveries, laws, wars, and revolutions. The postmodern position is borderless. It is open to meanings, and its authority is open to the other schools of thought and ideologies. It is at this historical juncture that modernity came to its conclusion with Immanuel Kant, the father of postmodernity. Kant is regarded as the father of postmodernity because he was the oldest among his contemporaries during 17th and 18th century who effected the paradigm shift. Philosophy has become extremely self-conscious about its own method and nature. Philosophers more and more employ a technical vocabulary and deal with specialized problems, and they write not for a broad intellectual public but for one another. What comes after this historical approach? The cycle will still continue as we go back to the different periods in this historical approach. Some people do not take care of our nature, and in this time, we go back to the ancient period, which focuses on the nature. In this time of pandemic, it is important to strengthen our faith, and in this case, we go back to the medieval period, which is God-centered. Also, this time of pandemic made us united. People are helping each other in order for them to survive. That's why we go back to the modern period of this historical approach, which is man-centered. And this cycle of going back to the ancient period, medieval period, and modern period is called external recurrence.